Even though there was definitely a good choice or a bad choice, it was in reaction to something. There was an element of you wanting to put things right one way or another. Hi, my name's Dee. Welcome to Untitled Tarot and welcome to your new moon reading for February 2020. So that's the new moon in Pisces. Now, normally I'd be asking, what would we be beginning with the new moon energies? Listening to the astrologers, this time this new moon, it is incredibly transformative, as all new moons are. We're at the end of the passage for the zodiac. The new moon's going to start passing around the zodiac again next month. Actually in a few days, but you know what I mean. So I want to ask the question, how can we best utilize the new moon energies? Because it is as much about considering and planning beginning things as actually beginning things. And it's also about considering and planning how to end things, which makes sense with all the Capricorn energy we've got going around and will have for the rest of much of this year as well as last year. You can ask a question if you want, but bear in mind I am looking at how we can best utilize these energies. Now, the reading either is for you or it isn't, and the way that you know is if the past and the present don't fit, the future's not going to fit. It's not for you. But I do advise that you watch more than one anyway. You want to have a look at your sun, your moon, your rising, maybe your Venus placement, maybe your North Node, whatever takes your fancy. Now, if you don't know what all of those are, your rising sign, your moon sign, etc., there's a link down below so that you can get yourself a free birth chart. And also, there is a timestamp to get past all of this waffle because you've only got to listen to it the once. As a general reading rules apply. You know, roles can be reversed. I could be saying you're doing something and it's somebody around you that's doing something, or vice versa. Timing's hardly absolute because with all of these new moons, full moons, astrological aspects, they're like ripples in a pond. And some people will be hit by the ripple before other people are hit by the ripple. Other people don't necessarily get hit by that particular ripple. So it's timing is advisory. Of course, if you led to this reading well out of season, well, that's when it's useful for you. So enough of my waffle. I think I've said everything that I need to. Let's bring up the cards. Okay, Libra, it looks like you've got a new beginning already in full swing, but let's just have a look at the oracle cards. We have quite a conflicting call here. One, to pause and think. Winter solstice with reflection, recuperating, gaining your energy and just having a look around at what's going on. Again, with Hermit, retreat and recharge, adjacent possibilities. So you're sort of on the right path, but maybe you need to tweak it. Maybe you need to look at similar things because you have a wide field open to you with Sahaquiel, the angel of the sky. What you must do is step out of your comfort zone for when you take action. So let's have a look at the tarot. Now, you have the Fool clarified by Justice, but with this Justice, it is very much not just the scales, that idea of there's a good decision, there's a bad decision, there's a good way, there's a bad way, is very much prevalent. And you could go either way because it appears like there's an offer being made to you with this Princess of Cups that is maybe not quite meeting what you was expected, and it hurt in a way. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't want to go that way, it's painful, or how dare you ask that of me, what do you think I'm going to be doing? But news will come to you that you can plan around and your plans will come into manifestation, but you have to take the time to just sit and look and watch. The Spirit is bringing you in the Two of Wands, and your final outcome card again is Two of Wands. So you can achieve what Spirit is bringing into you, but do not be distracted by this offer that's come in. There may be pain with this offer, but it's also the offer itself is making it, oh, should I? I mean, it wouldn't be so bad on this, and this level, but the very fact that I've been asked in the first place really annoys me because that, and that. And I really get the feeling that you already had an initial plan. Look at this piece of paper that the Fool is holding up. He's holding up a blank piece of paper, or at least blank to us. We don't know what's on the other side, and we'd be foolish to assume that we did. So it could be a promise. It could be a map that he's heading along, and that's what I'm feeling, that there was a plan. There was an intent for you to set off on whatever it is that you've set off on. Even though there was definitely a good choice or a bad choice, it was in reaction to something. There was an element of you wanting to put things right one way or another. And that is your choice, one way or another. Adjacent possibilities. But do not be distracted by this other offer that's come up that gives you that pain. Because it's not only a distraction, it is irrelevant. You have been in your power beforehand and it has been cut away. But I feel that there is a new dream that you're quite possibly already working on, that although there's conflict around it, that people are arguing around it, that there is anger that you are doing this thing, which again explains why with this offer there's the pain, because someone's really insensitive. You're doing what? Well, you should be doing this and not whatever it is that you're doing. Which gets that reaction of, how can you even ask me to do that? Whereas a little voice inside you going, but yeah, there is actually a good idea in doing that. But if you do that, you are not aware of everything that you are trying to balance. You are not in control of the process. All you're doing is protecting what is yours rather than taking the risk. With this Ace of Cups, I'm feeling more of a link between the Ace of Cups and the Fool. So it was the direction you was already sort of planning and heading in, than I feel between this Ace of Cups and the Princess of its own suit, Princess of Cups. So carry on doing what you was originally going to be doing. Don't be dissuaded by this offer. Don't be tempted away by it, because, yeah, you are right to feel manipulated, and you've got to listen to your own inner wisdom, because that's the right thing to do. You listen to your own inner wisdom. Now, the way forward that you have chosen, that has brought up this other offer in the face of it, yeah, it's going to be hard work. There's going to be resistance. But that's also a lot of people howling at the moon and reacting to illusions, reacting to stuff that they don't understand. They don't either know why you're doing what you're doing or what it is that you are going ahead and doing, and ignore that, because they will eventually understand or not, but you are operating on the bigger scope than that small little mind that's there. But yeah, there is a cost in this victory. There is a cost in going ahead with ignoring this one offer and carrying on the original plans. Of course there is. But I don't think that you're actually that bothered about paying it, to be quite honest. I don't think... I mean, you seem to be more worried about what the what friends and those who you consider to be authorities that you respect, because I was going to say authorities, but no, there's authorities that you cannot respect, but they're still an authority. So I want to say you're more concerned about the people whose opinion you respect, what they are thinking. But if they've got their eyes open, then they're going to support you on this. You might be going on your own with it for a while, though, the Hermit turning up. But we have Two of Wands with the Prince of Wands as your final outcome card. This is going out of your comfort zone. Accepting this other idea, this other offer that was presented to you. No, that's not going out of your comfort zone. That's doing same old, same old, same old. But Ace of Cups again. So Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Right. So this original dream that you were planning on, the original thing that is going from, it is a good idea. It will give you that fulfillment. It does give you that sense of inner love, that sense of wonderment, that sense of scope. You have the whole sky open to you, but you do have to step out of your comfort zone. And I imagine the stepping out of your comfort zone is getting on the wrong side. Whoever said, no, why don't you do this? And I think the answer that you come up with is, no, I'm going to stick with what I was doing initially. And it will be a lot of hard work, and you'll be doing the same thing over and over and over again, but it is going to take you to whole new shores, whether that's whole new shores of achievement, whole new shores of social circle, love life, whole new shores of your own skills is what I'm really getting, because I'm really getting the air quality, the idea quality of those swords. But it brings a unity that, yeah, you've got to work and to balance, but you can have fun with that balance. There's a lot of twos here. Two of Wands, Two of Wands, Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. There was wasn't there another Two of Pentacles somewhere? Well, it will turn up. Knight of Wands, surge forward with your original idea. After a little bit of thought. So you don't just turn down this offer, this idea that was presented to you just because you want to stick to your old one, end of story. You want to be able to explain to yourself, no, I'm sticking with my original idea because I know where I'm going with it. I know how I feel with it. I know how doing it makes me feel, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I am bringing harmony, even though on the short term, yeah, maybe not so much. But with this other offer that's been presented to you, oh yeah, you bring harmony, but it's cold, it's sterile. You feel manipulated, and you are constantly chasing after the goal, whatever the goal will be, and not necessarily getting there. But that Two of Cups energy on the bottom of the deck, it is reflected in the reading if you go ahead with your original idea. So, yeah, I think that's everything I've got to say on this one. Good luck with this, Libra. You are setting yourself up for a clash with someone, and I can see a lot of sort of sulkiness, a lot of sort of, and you're doing what? But I told you to do such and such, and doing such and such would have been perfect for you. Oh well, let them think what they want. They'll get over it. And that's the other thing that I do feel. There's no enemies here. There's noses out of joint. There's, but nobody's going to actively try and trip up your plans. They're just going to stand back and not help, and maybe from a distance criticize that you're doing this rather than doing that. But hey ho, that's not anything to worry about. Ignore it. All right. So your next reading will be your waxing moon reading, and since Mars is in Capricorn, and Capricorn's a big thing at the minute, I will be doing a Mars ingress Capricorn or Mars enters Capricorn reading. I'm not going to say I'm getting them all out within the next week, though. It is a full-time job at the same time. But waxing moon, Mars ingress Capricorn, and then I suppose your monthlies will be around. So if this means anything to you, comment down below. Please press subscribe while you're there, or like, or both, because they both help the channel, especially subscribe. And also it means you can click the bell and find out when my next readings are coming out, because there isn't a huge pattern to them, I know. But in the meantime, yeah, good luck with this. All I want to say is, it will be worth it. You can't see the end destination at the moment, but it will be worth it. Cheers.